Arise, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here. We are back for another one of our Patreon one-shots. This time we are playing Fallout, the role-playing game, with our wonderful DM, Norm, here. We're all brand new players to this system, and Norm is a brand new dungeon maestro for this, so be gentle with us. That being said, if you like what we do here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is just like these fine folks here, by joining us over on our Patreon, link in the description down below. While you're down there, click on that Discord link, join us in the Discord, be a part of the community, be a part of the conversation, and as always, in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the corruption bar. That bar serves two purposes. One is when that bar fills, Norm tries to kill me for all the trauma I put his characters through, and two, every single dollar that goes into that bar goes back to this channel for all kinds of things, like mortgages and editors and artwork and all kinds of other fun stuff. That being said,
I said mortgages were stupid. Mike.
Mortgages are stupid, and I wish they didn't exist. Yeah, if only. But with that, Norm, please try to kill us in the wasteland.
No problem. All right. So the date, August 28, 2288. The area is Port Kembla, New South Wales, in the wonderful, lucky country of Australia. Previously, quiet bunker sits on top of a site known as Hill 60, and amidst the quiet begins to hum with energy. Sounds start to echo down the hilltop, and a faint klaxon of distant sirens report. Vibrations travel along the ground, and people start to look up to see what's happening. From the outside, a large thundering clunk of metal on metal resonates, followed by the whirring of gears and interlocking sprockets. Rusted and weathered, a large circular coglike metal door recedes with a shudder before rolling to the side. Dust and grime shake loose. A glimpse of stylized lettering can be seen on the large door before it retracts into the wall. Vault 0Z. Emerging from the door, two vault dwellers, accompanied by a Mr. Handy, appear and step into the bright, overpowering sun and blistering heat of the morning. And Melissa, tell us about Tenley.
Tenley is a sturdy built woman in her middle-aged years. Her muscles are very toned from a lifetime of training. She has piercing blue eyes with crow's feet in the corners, and brown hair that has streaks of gray. It's pulled back into a bun to keep it out of her way during her workouts and as she's experimenting in the labs, keep it away from all those chemicals. She's wearing her vault suit with a bright yellow Oz emblazoned on the back and durable boots. On one hip, she's got a handgun strapped, and on the other, she has this other type of holster that's very strange strapped on as well. It's empty, though, because she is tossing a bat in her hand.
On the other side of the Mr. Handy is another vault dweller who doesn't look nearly as imposing.
That's
Mike?
True. That's true.
Describe Walter.
Everything that Melissa said is unique to her and does not carry over to Walter C. Daly. He is short for his and most people's age outside of the teen years. He is somewhere in his early 20s. At least he thinks so. He lost count, and no one really celebrated those birthdays. He is small-framed, sort of wiry, and he has like a beatnik style like goatee just around like the chin cap. He has a wry smirk on his face, and his eyes scream, "I shouldn't be here! I shouldn't be here! I shouldn't be here!" And that's basically the long and short of him. He's probably about like 5'4", 5'3". He's got jet black hair, and you're not sure if it's greased back or his hair is just greasy and it's pushed back. But that is Walter C. Daly.
The landscape surrounding the vault is sparsely vegetated, and bushes and grasses that struggle to grow lean over wilted suffering burns from a recent acid rain of a typhoon that hit less than a week ago. A typhoon is a hurricane, but in the southern hemisphere.
Go,
Yes,
like,
you know.
what?
Yes, you know.
It's
That
an
was-
upside down hurricane.
Yeah.
Got it.
That was perfect.
And I was like, acid rain. Oh, wait. I remember what we're playing. Jesus Christ.
A worn path leads from the vault to several figures, one of them leaning against an old power pole, trying to hide within what little shade it offers. He smirks underneath a dusty akubra to those next to him and says to them, "That's the job," nodding towards the figures emerging from the vault. Tour guide for those pink flesh. They need to be back in the vault within 24 hours. And he looks over at Roy and flicks away a cigarette. Icon, describe Roy for us.
Roy is your run-of-the-mill ghoul. He's dressed in a long coat, sturdy pants, cowboy boots, cowboy hat. You can see he has a scoped hunting rifle across his back. He's very tall, thin, unnaturally thin for human since he is a ghoul. Ears all gone, nose all gone, large patches of flesh has disappeared. He looks gnarly. Very dry, withered skin. Everything is kind of just bones looking at him. He's probably just standing somewhere in the shade, just looking around. And sorry, I don't know what's up with my throat today. And if he just looks to be around. Everything is sort of brownish also to start try and blend in with the background, not to be seen on over greater distances and such. And that's Roy.
And then standing next to Roy, we have what looks like another Mr. Handy. G, describe Flip for us.
Oh, well, Flip Jones, yes, he is a Mr. Handy, and he looks like a typical Mr. Handy. He's got the little floaty ball thing and three little eye stalk things coming out of his body. He's got three tentacle-looking limbs, and one of them looks like a gnarly-looking buzzsaw, and the other one has a little flame sticking out of it, and then he's got a little pincher claw, and on his head he wears a really old and ratty top hat fascinator that's fastened to his head, and he's kind of just floating up and down just gently, and when the vault door opens, he goes, "And open!"
The Mr. Handy that's next to the vault dwellers turns to them and says, "Oh, sir, madam, that's your contact. He will help you. You have 24 hours." And he reaches over and taps Tenley's Pip-Boy, and you can see a countdown start from 24. The vault door will reopen in 24 hours and not reopen again after that. And he quickly jets back in, and you hear the clunking of the vault door start to close behind you.
You ready, Wally?
No. I don't know how I lost the lottery on this, and I don't know why you're so excited to be here.
All right, well, just stand back.
Over here.
Okay, I'll stand all the way back here if. No.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, great.
In.
Oh, thank God.
And as that happens, the vault door clunks and starts to move forward and pushes Walter a bit, who was standing a bit too close.
It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you.
And the figure next to Roy looks at him and says, "Looks like you got your work cut out for you, mate."
Roy will take a few steps. So it's like going closer to the people coming out of the vault. When it comes within, like, speaking distance, not too close, keeping, a couple of yards in between them just to make sure. Just gonna sort of tip his hat. I mean, good day, mates. I'm Roy. Welcome to this wasteland. Happy to help you. Happy to see you. How can I help you today?
Hi, friends.
Well, you're our point of contact, aren't you?
Seems like it, yeah.
Tenley keeps looking at Roy's face, in a kind of staring, uncomfortable way.
Well, I would say that my eyes are up here, but you seem to have found them. Can I do anything for you? I mean, I am happy to help. That's why I'm here.
Listen, we only have 24 hours. Can we get on with it?
I guess. Sure. Welcome to the wasteland. And he sort of just gestures out to, like, behind him.
And behind you, Roy, you hear a little twitter of a Pip-Boy, and the figure that's with you has his own Pip-Boy, and he looks at it and he says, "Oh." And then he punches something into the Pip-Boy, and Tenley and Walter, up on your Pip-Boy appears the mission, so to speak. A day ago, one of the secondary fusion cores was taken from the vault. The vault door hasn't been opened for years. The only detected sign of entrance could have been through a maintenance shaft that is only accessible by Mr. Handy's. And your mission is to find the missing fusion core and bring it back within 24 hours.
Oh, I'm gonna have to move.
Yeah, Flip kind of floats so they can see, and Walter can see the three eyes looking directly at him from across the way. It's like, the wasteland waits for no one, minion.
Oh,
No, Flip, be nice.
I'd like to wait here for the wasteland.
Come on, mate. It's gonna be fine.
It'll be safer if you come along.
Sorry, Iquin, are you doing an Australian accent?
Of course I am.
Are
you sure?
Did you think there was any way I was not going to do a horrible Australian accent?
I heard the Swedish version of "Come on, mate," and I was like, "Wait a minute, where am I right now? I'm in the wasteland. That's exactly where I should be."
So, is it your birthday?
I'm fully burnt into this now. I am immersed in this campaign now with that authentic accent.
This whole campaign was just constructed so that Eichmann would do an Australian accent.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Crikey! Let's get on it.
The wasteland, the whites. Oh shit! Oh, I don't know why I didn't see that coming, but it completely. I'm over here like trying to put shit in my inventory, and all I hear was, "Come on, mate!"
Oh.
Hey, if I can be a Swedish person pretending to be an American, pretending to be English, I can be a Swedish person pretending to be Australian badly.
That's fair. Yeah. At that, I can't deny it. Come on, mate. Fuck. Oh man. Walter starts reluctantly walking down there. Oh, that's too good.
And the figure with you, Roy, reaches into his jacket, pulls out what looks like a small leather satchel, and he said, "As agreed, half before, half after. Show them around, take them where they need to go."
It looks like you're missing a fusion core.
Alrighty. Those are hard to come by, but if there's enough caps in it, I'm glad to help you out.
Iquin, or Snow, do we know where the maintenance shaft is?
It's to the north side of the facility. The door of the facility comes out on in a large hilltop. One side of the hill falls down towards a beach, towards the sea. The other side faces inland and an old road that heads into what used to be called town. The maintenance shaft is towards the north edge, towards the beach.
All right. Well, we better head to the beach. We don't have any moments to spare.
No problem at all. You all follow me, and I'll guide you there. Top at the bottom. Just watch out for, all the scorpions, the snakes, the venomous snakes, the radioactive snakes, the spiders, the radioactive spiders, poison spiders, venomous spiders. And yeah, those are just, around here. We'll get into the dangerous stuff when we move out a bit.
Is there is there a place that's not dangerous that we could go? Is there like a
inside the vault?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
24 hours, Wally. In 24 hours.
Oh, right.
Isn't it exciting?
Almost forgot. If you start to feel sick, you're probably having radiation poisoning. I don't get it, so I don't feel it. So just let me know if you start, puking or something.
Yes, and as a robot, I'm also immune to radiation. Isn't that
At the
weird?
mention of radiation poison, you hear the soft ticking of your Pip-Boy indicating radiation.
Oh.
Right. You see, that kind of thing, yeah.
Is there a place we can go where it's not? Is there like a no radiation?
In the vault.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Welcome to the wasteland, and it sort of slaps you on the shoulder.
Ow.
What did I teach you in class, though, Wally?
I don't know.
Keep on your suit. You'll be fine.
Oh.
Keep on your suit.
Okay. Great. I won't take my clothes off.
That's a good option.
Thank you. Okay, lead the way. Reluctantly.
What?
Flip kind of floats.
I would say Roy would take not point, but right after, since he doesn't actually have a map or any idea where the vent is, but he's gonna, Snow, keep an eye out for the usual dangers in this area.
Yeah, it's quite a steep incline from the hilltop down to the beach, but you can easily find a safer way to get down there. And as you get down to the beach, you notice the salty air mixed with a strange acidity. The water looks uniquely green, and the waves are crashing upon the shore. If you're looking around for danger, give me a survival check, please.
Oh, let's see. I may just click the survival. Additional die. I didn't get to the part. Do we start with action points, or do we need to earn them first?
We start with one for each of you, so you have a collective pool of 4 action points.
Okay. I don't feel like I'm going to use one, but it's good to know. So I'm just going to click the little submit button, and I get a success.
I don't think anyone else did.
You're right.
No. In fact, Walter rolled a failure with a complication.
Great. That's what I'm here for.
I'm kidding.
That's what I'm here for, everyone.
As you're heading down towards the beach, Roy, your eyes are on a swivel. You're looking around everywhere, looking, through a hole in the side of your head, trying to spot any danger as it comes up. And Roy slips and lands on a hard patch of glass. You're in a section of where the sand has turned to glass.
Thank you, Norm. I appreciate this.
Oh, found some rare Aussie glass.
You just hear like a soft whump, and then oh no! What if the suit leaves me?
Oh, hey, what's going on there, mate? You get bit or something?
The ground is sharp.
Yeah, don't do that. But nothing bit you, right?
No, the ground it did.
Then
and
you're
I
gonna do just fine. Get up.
Pull a chunk of glass out.
See, you're fine.
And the little pincher comes down to help him up.
You're gonna kill me? Is this end of life
Not
care?
yet, minion. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Thank you. My name's Walter.
I'm Flip.
Okay. Neat.
Don't fall down.
Okay, I'll do my best.
You might need tetanus.
I might need it?
Yeah, suit can't protect you if it has a hole in it, Wally.
I thought
Yeah,
you
you-
avoided tetanus.
Well, sorry, you need a tetanus shot then.
Oh, do you have those?
No.
Oh.
I'm immune to tetanus.
Oh.
I wonder if I'm immune
And
to
then
tetanus. Never tried it.
Pincher uppy tops his hat to you.
He like does a weird salute.
Right then there. Wally, was it? If you're done hugging the ground, should we get a move on?
It's Walter, and I don't want to hug anything out here. Please, sir.
Excellent work, Willie. Let's go.
Thank you. Just happy to be here.
Yeah, so you make your way down to the beach. You realize the stretch of beach you're on, you're kind of on the southern end of it, and it stretches off to the north. When you look down at the glass that you slipped on, you notice it wasn't a piece of glass that was laid on there. It's where something has been hot enough to melt the sand into glass.
Oh, I hate that. Hi, I have a question. Are
Hi.
there giant fire lava monsters?
The fire lava monsters? You
Yes.
betcha.
Only if we're lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, those can get a bit cranky, but as long as you stay out of the territory, we should be fine. If you do see one, you should make yourself as big as possible and probably pee on them. They hate it when you pee on them. It runs right away.
Oh. Okay. I
Yeah.
remember something from Miss Blake's class, and that is that if you heat sand enough, it turns into glass, and I think we're in a lava monster's territory.
Right. I'm actually going to start to look around for those types of creatures that might be present here. That was directed to Snow.
Yeah. Okay. Give me another survival check.
Oh, more survival. I'm a survivor. Another one. So if I understand this correctly, this should also be like for 2 successes since it's a tagged skill that I'm succeeding in.
Only if you roll tag skill, it'll be 2 successes if you roll a 1 to 3.
Okay. So all right, then I got it.
So you
It
normally
was a
crit
bit
on a
unclear
one.
now.
You normally crit on a 1.
Get on a 1.
A
Yeah.
tag skill, you
Okay.
crit on a 1 to 3, and that gives you 2 successes.
That makes sense then. Right. So yeah. So 1 success.
Okay, so you don't spot one of the fire-breathing lava monsters that you totally didn't make up, but you do spot further down the beach what does look like it's a fire, or at least something that's giving off smoke.
When you say fire, are we talking campfire, wildfire?
From this distance, you can't tell. It just looks like it's enough fire to give off smoke.
Right, but it's not like a huge plume. It's more of the campfire size of smoke. Yeah. All right. See, we might be lucky meeting some friends over there. And I point the smokestack out.
Are they friends?
I mean, they're probably not giant lava monsters. They usually burn stuff down with, huge plumes of smoke.
Okay, well,
We should probably have... Good, Wally.
Oh, I was gonna say not lava monsters is definitely better than lava monsters, right?
I mean, it might be the non-fire breathing kind. They sometimes use smoke.
Oh,
We'd best avoid strangers right now, Roy.
All right, righty then.
Yeah, Roy,
right.
we should probably avoid strangers. And then one of the eyes winks visibly at him.
We'll avoid strangers.
why did you say it like that?
We need to locate the fusion core.
All right, righty. The fusion core, right? Let's move it to the vent then.
Why did you say fusion core like you had hands to make air quotes?
It's because it's in my programming.
Oh.
Yeah, don't you have these machines down there?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. One was with us when we walked out of the vault door.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. They're not the same person. In
I
my
heard
brain,
that.
in my brain, you were the same person for some reason. Sorry, not all Mr. Handies look alike. my bad.
I've heard that both Mr. Handies go beep boop beep boop.
They do.
Excellent.
So do we see the maintenance shaft anywhere around, Snow?
You can see it up on the side of a cliff. To get access to it, you'd have to do some kind of climbing up the side of a cliff. Doesn't look like it would be easily accessed by anyone just wandering past.
Aha! I float. Can I do that?
Yep. Flip can float right up to the maintenance, and it's
Who needs stairs?
It's a perfect. Like I said, it's a maintenance shaft built for Mr. Handy, so it's perfect size for Mr. Handy to
This
access.
is a perfect size for a Mr. Handy, just like me. And he's going to investigate around the thingy.
Yeah, you see that there's the only kind of way of accessing the door is a little access port that you would have seen that comes out of the Pit Boys that will connect in and open the shaft from this side.
And sorry, Pit Boys are those hand devices?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I think we need one of your little hand device thingies.
How do we get up there?
You climb, son.
Or float.
Oh,
Yeah, if you can float, that would be really handy.
I
We all
can't
float
float.
out here.
Get out.
As they're all investigating the door above, Tenley's going to look around at the bottom of the cliff. She's looking to see if there's any clues to someone who might have been here, gone up there, opened the thing, and then absconded with the core. Like,
Yeah,
are there
you can-
footprints or anything like that?
You can give me a survival check as well.
So I'm new to the system, but I did read somewhere that you can choose to do different combinations of skills
yes, of
and
course.
specials.
If
And
you can
so
justify what your special you're using, what skill you're using,
well,
you can.
since she's looking around, perception seems to be more appropriate than endurance.
Yep. What skill would you use with that?
I guess survival
what?
is fine. Yeah.
Roll your
What are you
survival,
thinking?
and instead of so your survival skill would normally be your target number would normally be 1 plus your endurance, which is 5. If you add your perception instead of your endurance, that makes your target number an 8. So if you roll an 8, we'll consider, or 8 or lower, we'll consider that a success.
Okay, then I'm going to just roll survival.
Just roll survival, yeah.
Yeah. I got
Well, you rolled a 7,
wait.
so that will be
okay,
a
great.
success. You notice immediately below where the vent comes out, the brush there, even though it's withered and dying from the acid rain, it also appears to have some scorching on it, some scorch marks.
Mm, mm-hmm. And then there's like a camp. We think it's a camp of people in the distance with or something.
Yeah,
Is
Roy spotted out to you where there was a fire somewhere on the beach.
And how far away was that when Roy pointed it out?
It would be at least I can't remember yards conversion, but it's 200 to 300 meters away.
Oh, excellent. We're doing meters. I love you, Snow.
Nerd. Norm, can I roll my lockpick to try and open this vent?
Sure. Because it's not actually a mechanical lock, You will need 2 successes.
Okay. And we'll give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen, right? That's what they all say. Just 1 success.
1 success and a complication.
Oh.
So you try sticking your little bobby pin in to pick the lock, and it feels like you're making some headway before you get zapped, and you kind of lose your momentum, and you fall down the mountain. You fall down the cliffside a bit, scorching the vegetation towards the bottom when you land.
Ow, 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 and he falls down. It's like, my robotic flesh!
Oh, your friend told me to avoid falling. I hope that helps.
See? That's smart. That's smart there.
Yeah, Flip rights himself and kind of like puts two of his pinchers like on like he's put his hands on his hips. I'm fine. It's all fine. I meant to do that.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
You never let them know your next move, Wally.
Oh.
See? You need to be smart out here, Wally. Once in a while, if you ain't smart.
I don't want to be here.
Then why did you come out?
It was a
I could take your
lottery.
place.
I lost.
Yeah, man.
That's
Didn't
my
we
kind
all
of
lose?
lottery. And Norm, just so we know, how big is this fusion core that we're looking for?
It's the size of a large can of soup.
Oh Jesus!
What a reference.
Yeah. It makes perfect sense. They are
Yeah,
about the can of soup. If you've never watched any Fallout things, how would you reference it?
No, he's 100% correct.
Yeah.
It's a large can of soup.
I thought it was gonna be like something like a suitcase or something like that.
Oh,
No, they're
God.
tiny.
Yeah, no, they're like a battery.
And you noticed, Tenley noticed these scorch marks, and correct, and so Flip will kind of float back and look down. Do the scorch marks from that she noticed match the ones that I just made?
Yeah, they look vaguely similar.
Look at this. This might be a clue.
I think so too, Mr. Handy.
Jones.
Mr. Jones. Apologies. Roy, I think we might need to go see those strangers after all.
Well, right, Andy, then. Are we doing formal things? Because my real last name is Freeman, but you can call me Mr. Freeman or Roy or Mr. Roy if you want to. It's all good.
What's your preference?
Just Roy.
Roy.
So
And
is
despite
it...
what his last name says, he does work for a fee.
Oh, yeah, I do work for a fee. The Freeman is more of a, not a slave kind of thing, I guess, back in the olden days. Just got stuck with the name, never really questioned it more like that. But yeah, I do definitely take a fee. In caps.
Oh.
Henley just has a serious look on her face.
Let's go. And then,
Okay.
Yes.
So you head down the beach. The beach is at this point is quite wide. There's at least 50 meters between the surf and the dunes. The dunes start to taper off and not be as steep as the point you came down at, and the vegetation starts to get bigger. You start to see some trees as well as the shrubs, but still
So
none of them
snow?
look particularly healthy. Yes.
Are we coming from a higher vantage point? I sort of got it that we are higher up than the beach are by a
You're down on the beach now, so you did
Okay,
come
because
from a
what I
higher
wanted
point.
to do was to see that if we were at a higher vantage point, I would like to use my scope if we have a line of sight to just sort of prepare for who is there, like numbers. Are there like what sizes of people? Are we talking super mutants? Are we talking normal humans? Are we, what's the deal before we just walk into something?
Okay. Give me a small guns check.
Small guns check. Go. No. Absolutely not. I stare at the sun.
Well, you had one success and a complication. So you do spot several figures around the what looks to be some sort of large campfire. But as you're watching that, you hit a tree that's standing in front of you as you're watching off to the side. A large white barked gum tree.
Oh, damn it. See, what was your name again? Wally. This is why you should...
Walter Daly.
Water Daily. So, Water, you should definitely look where you're going. See, man, that hurt.
Oh,
Even the trees, man. Out here, even the trees gonna try to get you.
why were you not looking where you were going?
I was scoping out the beach down, see what we're walking ourselves into. I mean, hopefully they're friends. Might be some less friendly individuals. Just wanted to see what we're up against.
And Walter, while you're looking at Roy, you notice that when he brought his head back from the tree, that there was some sap that came from the tree, and the sap is burning away at his rotten flesh, and he doesn't seem to notice.
Your head's gooey.
Oh, no. Damn it. Grab like a glove or something, try to smear it off. Like, damn, I hate when this happens.
Why does everything try to burn you out here?
It's Australia, mate.
Touche.
It's the wastelands.
That's just regular Australia, I think.
That's just Tuesday.
Wait until you get to see the wasteland parts.
Listen, there's a reason they filmed all of the Mad Max stuff in Australia, because it was just no editing. That was just raw Australia, unfiltered Australia.
It's all just dash cam footage.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Perfect.
Yeah, and so I assume you're kind of heading along the edge of the dune on the beach.
I would like to lead them, if possible, down a way where we are not seen, so we can sort of get first view as we walk out, if at all possible. Coming from side angle out of the woods or anything that give us some kind of cover until we're ready to be seen.
All right, so that sounds like you want everyone to make a sneak check for me.
Yes, I do. I mean, I guess my role in this is to keep them alive. We don't talk about last time. That was last time. This time is new. It's gonna go good. Feel it in like what's left of my flesh. I'm invisible.
And I'm here too.
Everyone hides. Walt just walks out.
You all like blended, and he goes, "What are we doing?" I'm sorry, I was examining the fire tree. Hello?
The pincher comes
Can
out.
Can I use the assist mechanic here?
Hello?
Yeah, I was also gonna. Can I use the assist mechanic to just grab him by his collar and just drag him down with the rest of us?
Sure.
Did Tenley succeed? Where's Tenley? Yeah.
Yes,
Tenley succeeded.
So I just click the roll to assist on his roll then, and I add assistance.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Let's click it. No, apparently I need to have a token for that. So I will just roll a d20 and we'll see what happens. I rolled a 15.
So his target number was...
I think I roll against my target, and then it gives him one success if I understood the book. But I might be wrong on this, because it said that you don't have to roll on the same thing that he does. But you give him, if you succeed, you give him a success. But my target is 12, so I would not. So he doesn't still... So I tried to grab his collar, but he moved away when Flip grabbed his lips.
You tried to grab him, but he noticed that the glove that you took the sap off with was the hand you tried to grab him with. And he pulls away, and then you hear someone say, "What was that?" And one of the humanoids by the fire stands up and looks towards you. What are you doing on our beach?
I mate. We're just here to looking for a thing belonging to us. We don't want no problem, right?
Make a survival check for me, please.
I didn't know they owned the beach.
They don't. No, shut up.
Oh, okay.
God damn it.
Okay.
Was that my fault?
Yes.
You look over them, but the sun is behind them, and you can't make out any distinct features. And as you do that, you without thinking start walking towards them, and they turn around and say, "You're on our beach." Only
Prove it! Jones yells down.
you're on our beach. You can't be here without us battling. We need to battle. This beach belongs to the surfer mutants.
Well, that sounds
So,
cool.
is this just another Pokemon thing? We need to battle this beach. This is our gym.
And you see one of them reach down, pick up what looks like a large wooden board of some description. Says, "You have to prove that you should be here. This is our beach."
Right then. How should we prove to you that we are supposed to be here?
We battle.
Right, but do we really how do we battle? I really don't want to shoot you.
We're
It's
not.
about to get magical.
What does that
Wait.
mean?
Only surfers can be on this beach. You have to beat us at a surfing
Oh.
battle.
Oh, it's fine. I had the greatest surfer of the whole humankind right here behind me. Walter, come up here.
What?
Can't we just shoot each other instead?
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
Fred, we don't do that. Remember the last time? We said it was gonna go down like that this time.
I'd
So-
like it if you guys just shot each other.
No, Walter. You're a great surfer. You're gonna show them a great deal of your skill in surfing.
I don't know.
Mrs. Tenley, was it?
Yes.
Do you happen to know anything about surfing?
No, but Walter, you've always been agile on your feet. Give it a try.
Have I?
Right then. So, Walter, you're up.
We
Surfing
believe in
expert.
you, Wally.
Okay.
And the surfer mutant looks down at the other, says, "Jono, lend him your board." And Jono stands up, reaches down, picks up a very large board, and just throws it towards Walter.
Walter
And it just-
immediately drops to the ground in the fetal position to avoid being struck by this board.
It sails over where you were and just sticks nose first into the sand.
Okay, can I have a brief tutorial? What do we fight is this like a pugilist match? Do I just hit you with the board? Or,
No, Wally, you have to surf. And
Yeah.
with one arm,
And
with the buzzsaw arm, he points to the water.
you're
he-
saying that word, but we didn't have that in our books.
He reaches down with his pincher to help him up. This time it'll be awesome. I promise.
What does that
Yeah.
mean? What will be awesome?
Roy, look at me.
Your
In the eyes.
name's Roy. My
Oh.
name's Walter.
Walter, look at me. Sorry, I get confused sometimes. I get it's the chems, something happening. Anyhow, Walter,
I don't know.
it's simple. You're gonna take this board, you're gonna get out in the water, you're gonna stand on the board, the wave's gonna put you back in, you're gonna do some cool flipping tricks or whatever you made, and then don't fall in the water, it's probably acid. And yeah, that's it.
I don't know how to
That's
do
surfing.
any of the things you said except for get in water.
All right, the water is probably also full of rats. So water is either rats, acid, or both rats and acid. So
I'm not immune to
keep
that.
Out of the water. All right. I forgot about that. Good luck.
Thank you.
This beach is
And-
also known as Rat Beach, but we don't usually call it that.
Wally, you remember the Gidget movies?
Okay.
When they rode the big boards in the middle of the ocean?
Okay. Yeah, I think I was yeah, I think so.
How hard can it be?
Yeah. How hard could it be?
You
And
got this. And then
The surfer mutant looks over and says, "So like you chose him," and he just laughs.
That keeps happening to me.
keep laughing, bucko.
We see you chose your smallest. We choose our smallest too. And he just stamps on the ground and says, "Tiny, you're up." And from
Thank
behind
God.
where you were walking, a much larger surfer mutant stands up from the sand. He was lying underneath the sand
Smaller
and-
what?
and looks down at you and says, "We surf."
What are you smaller than?
Me tiny.
Right,
Okay.
it's right there in the name, Walter.
Okay.
He looks like a badass.
Yeah, he does look like a badass, doesn't he? I bet
Let's-
you would just
This is
pound
the
Walter
lottery.
to pulp.
It's the lottery all over again.
Let's surf. And he picks up what looks to be a door and starts heading towards the water.
Norm, I'd like to bullshit here. I look at this piece of wood. Is there in between where I am and where the possibly acid poison water is there anything I can do to, let's say, I don't know, repair the board to give me a slight advantage in not drowning?
With
Well, the board's wooden, so it's gonna float.
I'm
But,
not
give me a survival check.
a
It's fine.
survival.
The sharks
Okay.
and or jellyfish and or anything else in the water will eat you before.
No, 0 successes.
You don't spot anything that you think will help you. You do realize, though, that the fire that they had going, they are roasting what looks like a very large crab-like creature.
I hate that. I hate that. Okay, cool. So mechanically, is this going to be an agility-based test?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. I think on the way out there, struggling to carry this chunk of wood, Walter is gonna unzip a portion of his Vault Tech suit and reach in and pull something out of an inner pocket, and you see him just start crunching through a packet of Calmex, which mechanically allows me to re-roll a d20 on all perception and agility-based tests, and gives me a +2 to sneak attack in the event I need to kill a super mutant at sea. So yeah, I begin crushing those down to do this.
I actually also have a plan, Snow, while he's distracting the super mutants with his surfing skills, and that is to whisper over to Tenley, "Hey, when they're not looking, go over there and see if you can find your car or anything like that, and I'll keep them busy." And then I'm gonna keep pestering Walter about the surfing, so make sure that all the super mutants all the surfer mutants, are watching the surfing, so my companions could do other stuff.
Yep, that's fine. I'll get Tenley to give me a sneak.
Well, can Tenley not do this in a sneaky way? Can Tenley do this in kind of like really just not sneaky?
I mean, you can do it in a not sneaky way if that's what you prefer.
How about can Tenley
please
do it?
look away.
Tenley's going to do this in a more confident way. She has great confidence. She should be there. You know, anybody looking at her would know that she should be there. And as she's walking around confidently, she's just looking around.
Okay.
Look at that confidence. That's the confidence of a vault dweller if I ever saw one.
If anything,
What would you, do you still want
Tenley's
me to
known
roll
for-
sneak? I can.
No, what I will do is, what's your best attributes? Let's say science. Give me a science roll, because you're using the science of confidence.
Oh, there we go.
Science of
Love it.
confidence.
Nailed it.
The mental gymnastics here.
4 successes.
4 successes.
Nice.
Nice.
You look around, you realize that they don't have a lot of stuff to look through. It's all, just basic things like, a couple of knives, some waxy substance, and of course the large horseshoe-like crab thing that's being roasted on the fire. You do, with 4 successes on science, I'm going to say that you do notice a pattern in the waves, and you think based on some scientific theories, you could determine which would be the best wave to ride on for the longest ride.
Yeah.
How far away is Wally?
How far away is Wally? I'm assuming he's at the edge of the water, not going in just yet.
Yeah. Like Australian Moana, just at the edge of the water, afraid to go in.
You ever see that old movie Point Break?
I've seen Breakpoint. Is that the same thing?
No.
Oh.
You've
Stanley
seen
calls
movies?
out to Wally. Wait, Wally.
Oh, thank
and then,
God. You're going to go in my place? Oh.
No, that's not happening. I'm far too old for fun and games like this. No, hey. Do you see right there? Do you see right there where it breaks? There.
Yep.
And there. And there. That's where you need to go.
How?
You saw Gidget. You get on the board and then you swim out there and then you stand up and then you ride. You need to, the wave comes, you stand up and you ride.
Okay.
You can do this, Wally. You can do this.
If I throw up, just tell people that it's from the Reds.
We won't tell anyone about the throw up.
Oh, thank
Wally.
you so much.
We won't tell anyone.
Great. Okay.
Can I approach one of the surfer mutants who's still on the beach, preferably the one who started to speak that seems to be more of a leader, and just be like, 2 caps says he's not even going to stand up?
Place your bets, everybody.
Savage. Savage team.
He looks at you and says, make it 5 and we've got a deal.
Oh, yeah. Sounds fun. Yeah. 5 caps, he's not even going to stand.
And then we go to Tiny, who is in the water paddling out to the break point.
Are we doing this at the same time, Norm?
That would, I mean, you don't know much about surfing culture, but they seem to be looking at you expectantly. He
is there for an inappropriate amount of time, thinking that I have to wait my turn. So he's just there, and he's doing that forward, back, kind of psyching himself up to go in the water, not really aware that everyone's waiting for him to get in also, as he's waiting to see what he's up against, essentially.
Well, you see Tiny out there for a bit of time. He sits up on the board. A few waves go past, and then he decides it's time, and he starts paddling towards the shore. And the wave starts to pick up behind him, and at the right point, he stands up, and I'm going to use a couple of action points, and I'm going to roll his... How he went. And he gets 4 successes.
Damn it.
We can use action points too, by the way.
And I will give you 2 bonus dice for Tenley's advice.
For the audience, Norm, what do action points do, and how many do we have? We have 4 as a group, right?
You have 4 right now as a group. And action points, you can use them in a variety of ways. In this instance, you'd use them to purchase extra dice.
And Flip
Cool.
leans down to Walter. He's like, I feel a joke about poop decks coming on.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to read this skill that might help my life. Okay.
We're just asking you to swim in red water.
That's
fine.
Guys, it's I'm here to do exactly what you asked.
Will it
cool.
help you if I tell you that my character has an agility score of 9?
I have 6, so like I'm not atrocious. It's not an
You can-
atrocious
No,
time.
You can use one
Good,
luck
yeah.
point to use your luck skill instead of any skill, or not luck skill, to use your
My luck in
luck
place
instead of
yeah.
any other special. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I already took drugs about this. So I'm gonna do my best with drugs. So I'm gonna roll. How do I roll just straight up agility? What am I rolling for you here? Athletics plus agility.
Yeah.
Okay. So athletics.
And 2 bonus dice from Tenley's advice.
Great. So 2 bonus dice from Tenley and 2 bonus dice from my own, but they max out at 3. So we'll do that. Fuck yeah!
3 successes.
Holy
Hey!
shit! Woohoo! Good job.
Turns out,
Nice.
turns out, I paddle out there looking like a flailing infant on a door, looking like Rose on a door. As I get out there and I do exactly what Tedley said, and in a moment I hit a fugue state where I am no longer in control of my body, and I perfectly recall whatever movie that Tenley was talking about that I actually have no recollection of ever seeing. I think I fell asleep in that class, but my body has muscle memoried that movie after seeing it so many times that I just do all of the moves of whatever that was. And then I just sort of land at the shore and come to. And I'm like, huh, I'm alive. Oh,
Right, that was really nice, kid. What's going on?
I didn't even throw up one time.
It turns to Tenley. Holy
You sure
crap,
didn't.
It worked.
Turning to the surfer guy. Pay up.
He goes, you deserve to be here. This is your beach too. And he hands you the caps.
Yay!
nice.
And he bangs his
And he
legs together.
slapped, Tiny walks out of the beach towards Walter and just slaps him on the back.
He immediately throws up.
You do good.
So close, kid. It was real nice going. See? I told you were a surfing expert.
His hand's the size of my back.
Yeah, you get that.
And
Okay.
Tiny walks up to the fire, grabs off one of the legs from the crab-like creature on the fire, and hands it to Walter and says, "You replace those electrolytes."
Okay. And I at this point I am exhausted and a little bit drugs. So I just start eating whatever this giant crab is.
Oh,
As you're eating, Tenley, you notice that his Pip-Boy, the radiation warning is off the charts, and Walter can take 1 point of radiation damage.
What is that noise?
Wally?
It's your thing there on the arm, mate.
Ooh, that's radiation.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wally, what did I
something
tell
nice
you?
going right into you.
What did we say in class? You never, ever, ever eat anything.
oh! I thought it
Never.
was the fire. I thought the fire did something.
No.
Hi, mate. Fire
It's the
doesn't take
gift
away
that
rads.
keeps on
You need some
giving.
rad away.
Oh,
Yeah, you need a rad away for taking away them rads.
Does his suit help prevent against that, or it doesn't matter because he ate it?
because I
Is
ate
that-
it.
Yeah, because he ingested it, yeah.
Oh,
Where do rads go on your character sheet?
yeah. Where do they go?
Good question. They should come off your max hit points. So,
Okay, so it's just a regular point of damage then.
yeah,
Oh, so it's your max hit points. Ah.
your max goes down to 30.
That makes sense. You know, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and you see the rest of the surfer mutants all sit down around the fire and start eating and being surfers.
Yeah. And Flip's gonna
Oh.
float over and goes, "Great show out there, mates. Say, you wouldn't have happened to see anyone or anything possibly coming out of that spot over there?" And with his buzzsaw, he points to the vent.
We see you come from there.
No, you see, mate, before us.
Yeah, not just me. Like maybe another one like me. Maybe he was carrying something.
We saw one a day ago.
Yeah, there you go. Where did it bugger off to?
He split to the north. He looked dangerous. We left him alone. He was
Probably
bigger than
smart.
you. Look, much more solid. You we could take out with one of our boards. He was tougher.
Was it one of me, but less handsome looking?
Isn't that every one of you, Flip?
No one's as good looking as me, Roy.
And that's what I'm saying. Someone like you, but less handsome than you. Isn't that everyone else?
Yeah.
He looked much more buff than you. You've got the skinny, spindly arms. He had solid ones.
Looks down at their arms. Spindly.
I don't take it to heart, mate. Your arms look fine. It's fine.
I'm not self-conscious about my spindly arms.
There you go. That's the spirit.
So you said you went off north, but which where to the north? Can you maybe point in the path?
He goes along the beach. He kept following the beach all the way along.
You guys should try this crab. It makes my insides tingly.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't eat food.
Oh.
I'm gonna try some. I mean, I'm immune to radiation poisoning, so.
Yeah. So you try some without any ill effects.
And Snow, can I float up as high as I can go? And because of my Mr. Handy robot trait, I have 360 vision and improved sensory systems. Can that? It says detect smells, chemicals, radiation, reducing difficulty of perception tests. That rely on sight by 1. So can I try and get like a trail for where this robot dude went? Possible.
You float up. You don't get a sense of where they went. If they're anything like you, they wouldn't leave much of a trail. But you do see that the beach continues on for quite a distance and curves around. And you see at the end of the beach on the northern side what looks like a large lighthouse.
A lighthouse? There's a lighthouse up ahead.
A lighthouse.
And it's north of the beach.
Well, I say we'll go head over there.
Tenley's going to look at her boy. How much time do they have left?
It's only been a couple of hours. So it's getting towards midday now. If Flip had to guess, there's probably a good 6 hours of walking along the beach to where the lighthouse is.
Is the lighthouse where our core is?
Might be, Wally, might be. And with the pincher, like, strokes their chin.
Wait, don't you know where it is? Aren't you just our guides, our escorts to the thing?
No, we don't know where it is. We could have just gone and nabbed it ourselves. I'm here to make sure that you don't die. And you would like to say that I'm doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, you're doing great so far. Thanks so much, Roy.
We're here to make friends, too.
See?
I made friends with all these surfers.
You're right, see? Now.
Yeah, and Tiny smacks you on the back again and says, yeah, best buds.
Thank you so much. It hurts, friendship.
If we want to get back into the vault in 22 hours, we best get going. Thanks, friends.
Yeah, thanks, friends. Well, hopefully I like in a good way. I hope that I never see you again after 22 hours from now.
We'll be here.
All right.
Well, Jenny, come on, serve some.
Let's go.
Anyhow, Thank you for your hospitality. We're gonna take a leave now.
The wasteland surf culture, always top notch. And they'll tip their head.
And they all just
Just
cheer.
gonna take my hat, the brim of my hat, and just, gentlemen.
Let's
They look around.
go.
Nah. Right. I'm
Flip
going
says,
to. Yeah, I'm going to follow with Flip in the front and do the usual guiding of not trying to make sure nothing attacks us. Where if something is attacking us, make sure that we know of it before it reaches us.
Yeah. So you know that continuing along the beach, you'll go past a bit of a settlement / market known as Zero Ground. And
All
you
right,
can-
Flip. This takes us by Zero Ground, doesn't it?
I thought
Flip
you
is
wouldn't
not paying
wanna go
attention
back
to me.
there. I thought you didn't want to go back there, Roy.
I mean, it's been a while. Maybe they've forgotten.
No one's gonna forget your face, Roy.
Oh, true. That's true. But I mean, we're gonna pass by anyway. So, do you two want to go into the market, or could we just, do a little sneak by? I'll try to keep friends, but sometimes, things get a bit wild.
We don't have time for trips to other towns or trips to market. We need to get the core and get back home.
Mrs. Stanley, I knew I would like you.
What if you, Tenley? What if you can buy a fusion core in the market?
How many caps you have on you, Wally?
10.
Me
Yeah, son, that ain't gonna be enough. Fusion core, if you find one, that's gonna be a couple of thousand of caps, at least.
Oh.
And that is if you find one, which is in the Zero Ground market. Nah, I ain't finding one there.
Oh.
Also, right, don't talk about your fusion core if we meet outsiders, because it's probably what's gonna happen then.
They'll die?
Nah, you will die, and I
Oh.
won't get paid. So
Yeah, they're gonna slit your delicate vault throat and take
Come
yeah,
on
they
now, you-
probably want the fusion core, and I mean, if you ain't looking for it, easier for them to find it. So I would say just mom's the word on the fusion core stuff.
You got it. Okay.
Keep it on
Lesson
the D,
learned.
Keep it on the L.
Yeah. We'll use a code word. We call it a soup can if we need to speak about it.
Hmm. I heard they sell bread in a can. And
Oh, they do? That would be
Yeah.
so nice.
We
Better
have
than
that
this
in the
iguana
vault.
on a stick I have.
We have that in the vault with and canned water. They
Oh,
pretty much
man.
put everything in a
Man,
can.
wow.
Vault life sounds sweet.
Roy, yeah. One day, Roy, you and I, we're gonna go to a vault.
We're gonna get ourselves into that vault. Yeah.
I don't
I'm
think
hearing
that's
you,
how
Flip.
it works.
We're gonna go on
Uh,
vacation.
I don't
You got
think
any
that's
good
how it
vacation
works.
spots there?
No.
Vault vacation sounds real nice.
It's mostly like people in a can. Yeah.
Well, you can
I don't know.
get people in a can up here.
Oh.
So,
I've
Snow,
heard it's pretty tasty, but I got no
with-
frame of reference.
with my distinct memory that we just didn't make up on the spot, I'm trying to guide the group away from the Zero Ground market if possible.
you can walk past the Zero Ground market without anyone hassling you. You see a couple of guards wandering the perimeter, but they, as long as you don't approach them, they don't approach you. So you can easily keep along the beach and go past the markets.
Are like vault
Yeah.
dwellers kind of like seen as like targets around here?
Um,
Typically, or-
There haven't been any vault dwellers seen around here.
Yeah, so then when Flip is floating, they're gonna like it looks like they're like puffing up their chest and they're like floating like this, like just trying to look intimidating as they go by.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to make routes that make sure that we are as little visible as possible, because I don't want to have anything going down with two vault dwellers.
You can keep closer to the water. That keeps you far enough from the area the market start up that people
Yeah.
will not be able to identify who you are.
So Tenley, what do you do for fun in the vault?
Well, we get to review textbooks.
What does that mean?
You know, books where they keep knowledge.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I don't know.
Sounds fancy.
I have a reading club.
She looks. The robot looks at Roy, or sorry, Walter.
Oh, I'm not in it. I'm not really in any clubs. We have a game. It's called. Well, I don't know. I don't know really what it's called, but everyone sort of shouts "muckle," so I think it's called "muckle." And it's usually when you chase down somebody in the vault and sort of tackle them with your fists. And usually I'm the ball, which I think is what you're supposed to be chasing. But I think we ran out of balls. So they just chase me down in the halls, and it's my job to get away.
And so do you get away?
No, sometimes, but most of the time, no.
Tenley, do you hit him with your fists?
Oh no, I don't play games.
That's fun for some people, the muckle game.
Muckle. Roy, we should play that one day.
Those
Right.
kids.
I mean, we have Walter right here. We could play as soon as we find the core.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it.
Cool.
So you've been making your way along the beach. You pass zero ground with no issues whatsoever, and you continue on for what remains of the day. The sun is starting to set. You get to the end of the beach, and the sand makes way to a steep incline up another hill, similar to where you just came from, where the vault is. And you notice as the at the end of the sand as well, to away from the shore, is a small building that kind of just stands alone by the beach edge.
So I would kind of do the same thing I did with when we went down to the beach. When we get within like a proper distance, I would use the scope on the rifle to just check it out, see movements, see if I can see anyone, sizes, things like that.
Give me small arms, is it?
Small guns.
Small
guns.
And can I check for like other burn marks?
Yeah, give me a survival check.
1 success.
Yep, same for me.
Yeah, so we'll start with Roy. Roy, as you approach this building, you look through your scope. You can make out a sign that runs above it that says Surf Lifesaving Club.
Surf Lifesaving Club. All right, all right. Wait, can I read?
Why are you asking me that, Flip or Roy?
I would say that, yeah, sure. Since I've already read out the sign, I can do basic reading. I just don't read much. There's really little to read in the wasteland.
And Flip, as you're progressing along, you do occasionally spot an area of glass where, say, it's been hot enough to turn the sand into glass again, and or scorch marks along the foliage on the side of the dunes.
We have.
And I didn't see any other move
here.
Yeah, I didn't see any other movement or anything. It seems to be quiet.
Yeah, it looks abandoned.
Okay. Right, so we're coming up on this place. Looks like no one's there, but keep your eyes about you. I'm gonna try to do the best to make sure you all survive here. But anything could happen, so be ready for anything.
Norm, I have a question for you that involves me trying to convince you of bullshit. So, we have these two wastelanders, and I am, as Iquin requested, a naive vault dweller. who doesn't believe how horrible the wasteland actually is. Now we're trying to find a fusion core, and these guys are trying to keep us alive, but they seem suspicious. You know, like fusion core, that kind of thing, and they seem to be looking for a buff Mr. Handy, which I can only assume, being an educated vault dweller, is a Mr. Gutsy. And that's how I would describe a Mr. Gutsy, as a buff Mr. Handy. Can I roll a survival? Because I am all about self-preservation, but instead of using endurance, can I use intelligence because of my learned ability to not get my ass kicked in the vault?
Yeah,
Like,
or you
just
could.
describe what you did all the time.
Well,
In
not every time, G.
Yeah,
Jeez.
exactly. Sometimes it got away.
Yeah.
Or you could spend a luck point and use your luck.
You see,
Hmm.
you know, it's a one-shot. Why not? I'll spend a luck point. I'll spend a
I'm
luck
gonna-
point. I have 10
I'm
of
gonna-
them, so, you know,
I'm
fuck
gonna
it.
pull a G and goes, "You're not gonna make him roll for it, Norm."
I'm gonna roll for it. It just lets me, instead of using any ability, I get to use luck instead. So I get a roll of 10. Let me see here. 1 success. They seem suspicious. Are they suspicious?
They
Don't
are
be
certainly
suspicious.
suspicious.
Miss
How
Blake.
suspicious?
Miss Blake.
Just don't be.
What is it, Wally?
They seem very suspicious. I'm usually pretty good at picking people out that want to kick my ass, and something about them, I don't think that they have our best interest in mind. They're trying to find I think they're trying to find a robot, and I don't think that they really care about our fusion core.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, but we paid them, Wally.
Yeah, I don't know that really means anything, because if they kill us, they still get to keep the money.
All right, but maybe we're both looking for the same thing, because the surfing guys, they said that the buff robot
Yeah,
was there before us.
right. I
And
think
you need to be a robot to get into our maintenance shaft.
yeah, I think they want it for themselves.
Oh, I think they want it for themselves too. We're just gonna have to keep our eyes out for them.
Okay. I have 10 bullets, but I'm a terrible shot. Do you want them?
I
I don't know if that
Well,
will help you.
I didn't spend enough time in the range, Wally.
Okay.
I prefer to use my bat.
Okay. I'll be here to help.
You want my bullets?
I don't know that that's going to help either of us, but if it makes you feel better, I'll take them.
And Tenley hands Wally her 6 bullets.
Okay. Okay, great. Go Team Surfers, and he like goes to high. There's like an awkward. Okay,
And then they miss.
we're on our way.
So you see over here, Roy, we've got some scorch marks and some rare Australian glass, and he.
Oh, I see
picks
it,
up a
Flip. I
piece
see
in
it.
his picture. He holds it up to the sunlight. Look at
So-
the rainbows.
Willie, what you don't want to do is go and slip and fall right here. Gonna hurt you again.
Yeah, look, and he like reaches into like a compartment and he takes out like a little like red flag, you know, like the city workers would use when they're digging in the ground or whatever, and he just sticks it.
Minesweeper.
Yeah, he just, don't step here, Wally.
Okay, I'll avoid that. Thank you so much. You're so very helpful, the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you have our
Well-
best interest at heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just so you know, if we kill you, we have to give the money back.
What?
It's a wasteland rule.
Why would you say
Totally
that?
is.
Well,
What?
Flip says the darndest thing sometimes. You just get used to it. It's a wasteland thing.
He points. I have robot ears.
What does that mean? You're round.
I can hear you. Don't worry, we're not going to kill you.
I believe you.
So,
one of the eye stalk scrolls.
It's the code of the wasteland.
if
And
we're all
and it's one
if
of
we're-
Roy's little downfalls is that he makes these weird rules that if we kill you, we have to give back our upfront fee.
see,
To who?
I tried to do this to the Vault. Who do you think paying for all this?
Oh.
Yeah.
But technically, the vault paid the fixer, and the fixer paid you, so you're like a
Well,
subcontractor.
I think Roy would just skip a couple of steps because he would have by now figured out that it doesn't matter to Walter.
Yeah, and if we kill you, that's just bad business. We're never gonna
We
get
just
really
stop
is bad
talking
business.
about killing us. Let's just.
Right. Okay. So
Yes.
sorry. Let's all head over there so something else can kill you. And he starts to walk towards the lighthouse.
Wait, is that a
Wait.
loophole?
No, there's no loopholes in the wasteland.
We don't teach wasteland law in the vault. We teach the Australian law?
I think Roy would be smirking like a huge amount as he's continuously moving and watching out for any kind of suspicious movement or anything heading towards it. Is the house you mentioned that looked abandoned, was it like far away from the lighthouse? Or are they like in like a combined area?
It's away from the lighthouse. So the lighthouse is up on a rise. The Surf Life Saving Club is down on the beach level. So you have to go past it to start heading up towards the lighthouse.
Right. So we're gonna start by checking out the house. I'm definitely not just gonna walk by it and have something spring on us. So we're gonna search that.
All right. Give me a survival check for anyone searching, unless anyone has a better way of looking.
Not really. Survival is kind of good for me. Let's see. Yeah, 2 successes. I'm good with survival.
1 success.
At this point, I think Roy would also walk around like with his rifle, not on his back, but rather in his hands to be more prepared, especially since we're kind of thinking that something might come up.
With 2 successes, Roy, as you approach the clubhouse, you notice out the front what build up of sand, and there's just enough of the sand that's fallen away to show like a glass dome on the top of the whatever is being hidden by the sand. You don't spot anything else within the clubhouse.
I'm gonna do like a what do you call it? Like a check and then a secondary check to like make sure that there is nothing else than the glass dome. Flap. What do you think about that? And then point it out.
Sorry, I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking. Is there something in the sand? Is that what you're pointing out?
So there's a mound of sand up against the clubhouse, and the very top of the sand has fallen away. It's probably as tall as one of the super mutants. The very top of the sand has fallen away, and there's a bit of a glass dome showing out front.
Does our wasteland existence give us any clues to what could possibly be under there?
It would probably, to you, definitely, it looks like a Protectron charging station.
Dangerous? Jade is asking.
Yeah, and what is that?
Yeah.
So Protectrons are the kind of imagine the robot from Lost in Space, and they have these charging stations that they come out of, and it also there's normally a terminal nearby that dictates their personality. So they're normally one of the first responders' personality. So it'll be a police officer, a medical officer, fire brigade, or something like that.
But imagine it shaped like Grimace from McDonald's with
Oh Jesus.
with accordion style arms that come out.
And sorry, and what is it called?
A Protectron.
Protectron? This looks like a Protectron. And it's attached to the
feeling
clubhouse of
something
the
like that.
surfers. A surfing protectron.
Not a problem.
Unless it just surfs.
I mean, could be, but I would say we take it nice and easy. How about you and me go check it out, and we leave the dwellers here in where it's sound and safe for the moment.
Sounds good to me.
Right, you two, you got guns, right? You got those down in the vault?
Oh yes, we are very dangerous.
We're heavily
Yeah, sure.
armed.
Excellent. So if whatever that is makes it past us, shoot it, right? You get me?
Not
Sure.
us. That.
Not us, it. Remember, aiming is like the key part of that. Gonna make sure that my rifle is, cocked, loaded, and unsafed, and all of those stuff. And I would say that it feels like Flip and I would have kind of a strategy of going about this to try to sort of get into a good vantage point for us to come in from 2 different angles to check out what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, either one of you can get up to. I imagine Roy's sticking back because he's much better at a distance, and it's Flip that's going up.
Yeah.
To investigate. And you see the protectron is in its charging unit, which is basically a large capsule that it goes into the recharge, and it looks powered down.
I would
Is there any way
probably
to ensure it stays that way?
There's normally a terminal nearby that will activate it.
Can I go find the terminal?
You can try to find the terminal. Give me a survival check.
So I would take a position so I can have a clean shot without hitting Flip, and just watch through the scope everything that happens, and just follow Flip and keep my eye on the protectron.
So Flip, you check around the outside of the club and you can't find a terminal.
Okay. He whispers loudly, "It's powered down."
Oh, that's good. Like it to stay that way. Can we fix something, Flip?
I can't find the power the terminal. Can I look in a window? Are there windows in this little thing?
Yes, you can look in the window and you see basically behind the charging unit is what looks like a terminal.
Never mind. And can I go through the window?
It's mostly intact, so you'd be going through the glass.
Is
through
there
the
anyone
window.
inside?
Not that you can see. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna knock on the door.
Yep. Other than a bit of dust falling from the door, nothing, no other sound.
Okay. And she will, with the pincher,
Yeah,
open
the door's unlocked.
Perfect.
And you go inside and the terminal's there. It's got the little glowing green cursor that shows that it's active.
Perfect. Can I use, what would I use for that? Can I tell, can I figure out what its parameters are?
You go to the terminal and you just see that it asks for a passcode, and it gives you a screen of passwords to identify, and it says 2 attempts remaining.
2 attempts remaining. All right. So what is is there a hacking ability in here?
There is a hacking, there's a science ability, and hacking is a perk.
So, okay, so do I need to have the perk in order to hack?
Hacking gives you bonuses to hacking. You can attempt, I will tell you that you need 2 successes to hack.
Okay.
And if you fail, you get locked out. If you fail twice, you get locked out.
Okay. Do I want to? Okay, so can I spend one of my luck points?
Yeah. What are you trying to achieve for that?
To hack this thing.
So you can so luck has 4 uses. You can add an additional detail to the scene.
Oh.
You can use your luck attribute for a skill test instead of the skill you already have, or you can interrupt normal turn order and take your turn, or you can re-roll a d20.
I guess use it for re-roll. My luck is 5. Oh, sorry. Luck point 5.
Yeah.
Whatever your luck point total is, whatever your maximum luck is.
Okay.
So you've got 4 out of 4 points at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know why one is 4 and one is 5.
I think it defaults to that. But whatever your luck score is should be what your luck points are.
Okay. So I'm just on what would be
Rolling
the
your
best?
science and
Yeah.
trying to get 2 successes.
And then if I'm spending a luck, I'm rolling an additional dice. Is that
You
what that is?
you re-roll one of the failed
You
dice.
re-roll one of the failed dices.
You could also use some of the action points.
Yeah.
Should I? I don't know.
Yes, this is important. You definitely should. It's a one shot. Go.
Okay.
That's true. It is a one shot.
Actually, shouldn't we have been earning some action points from some of those higher rolls?
Yes, you probably would have earned quite a few.
Wacka wacka.
Burn them, G. Burn
Hang on.
burn them points. We have
Sorry,
enough.
okay, so then I'm going to spend one of my luck points to re-roll one of these 20s.
Yep.
Yep.
So how do I do that?
Roll a d20.
Just roll a
Just roll-
d20.
Just have to roll a d20? Okay. Yay.
5 is what you
Yeah,
needed.
there's 2.
Wow.
So you get the screen that says access granted. And it says, it gives you a menu option of activate, deactivate, choose personality.
Who's the badass now? And then using its pincher, activate, deactivate, and choose personality.
So yeah, it's got, there's one option that is activate/deactivate, and there's a second option that is choose personality.
Ooh, can I look at the choose personality?
Yeah, you bring up the choose personality menu and it lists 6 personalities. One is a construction worker, one is a ambulance, fire, police, and one is surf lifesaving, and the other is just normal mode.
And is it one selected already?
The surf lifesaving one is
Surf
selected.
Okay. I'm thinking I want to leave it because it's set to surfing life saving, right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't want to.
Is
I don't want to screw over our surfboarding friends.
So basically it works like whatever personality you give it, it becomes that. So like if you select like Protectron, like I think the law enforcement mode, if you're breaking in, it will mark you as a criminal and then try to laser you in the face.
Yeah.
But if you're also dying and you put it in like medical mode, it will heal you. So it transforms essentially based on whatever mode you pick it on. So right now it's a lifesaver. It's a lifeguard.
Is it active or deactivated?
It's deactivated.
Deactivated? Okay.
So I can leave it. I'm confident that in leaving it, that's what I'm kind of getting from here.
Yep.
Okay.
You're the only one there, so do whatever you want.
Yeah. Then I will leave the robot where it is and then exit out.
We good?
Yup. And floats back to the
Excellent.
door, and then closes the door.
Yeah. See, Roy will relax slightly and sort of, safety the weapon and sort of be a bit more calm than he's been like, sitting like sharp the whole time that Flip was in there.
Yep.
I left
While
it.
they're doing this, what are Tenley and Walter doing?
Okay, so if they try to kill us or like lead us to our death, what's our plan here?
Well, you're going to run like hell and get back to the vault.
Okay, I'm great at
And
that.
I'll cover you and I'll hit them with my bat.
Okay. Yeah, this is the best plan I've heard so far. That's great. Okay. Great. Why are they in that house, do you think?
We're just making sure everything's safe so that we can walk past, you know?
Oh.
Just in case there's some bad guys in there.
Oh. Well, if you activate the Protectron, I think it'll kill all the bad guys. Wonder if they're doing that.
Mm.
Nope.
What?
Depends on who the bad guys are.
Hello?
Oh.
I think that robot can still hear us. They're so far away.
It's got good ears.
It's so round.
So
Okay.
I think that they're just chatting and I don't know, maybe looking around. Is there anything to see?
So you look around. You're probably looking up to the lighthouse. It's starting to get into dusk now, and you see the lighthouse turn on and the light start shining out to sea.
Maybe that's what they needed the core for.
Oh. I guess that makes sense. But okay, but in the old books, the lighthouse is to keep like boats from crashing into the shore?
Yeah.
So if they needed it for the lighthouse, does that imply that there are boats?
I had that thought too, Wally.
What's on the boat?
Pirates.
Hello?
Flip's just hollering from like
Yeah, Flip's come out of the clubhouse by now, and
Yeah, we're back.
What are you
Roy
talking
and her.
about pirates? Who are you talking to? It's just us here. I didn't say anything.
Well, I was talking quietly over here, and all of a sudden I just heard someone yell pirates. Wasn't sure if we were being watched by somebody who just shouts random words. No? Okay, it's just you guys?
And then just hear.
I don't know what's going on. Do you
there-
think someone else is here?
There might be pirates.
It's okay, Roy. It's okay. Let's go to the lighthouse. Has this thing been on before? This lighthouse?
Roll me. Oof,
Explosives.
just roll me a,
Please explode it.
I guess, survival again.
Explosives.
Sorry, what should we roll? I also
No.
want to see if I can
Survival.
remember this. Survival. Okay. Yeah, survival again.
You remember that, the lighthouse has been on before.
All right. I mean, this place been on before. I remember seeing it, that other time we did that job.
so that's not why they need the core then.
Well, unless there was running out and they needed to get a new one.
Those things run out? Oh.
But either way, if there is a big giant light bulb in a giant tower, it would still need to be powered somehow. So maybe there is a fusion core there. And then what we do is we go there, and then you guys
We guys
enter into the lighthouse by whatever your normal means are, I guess. And then when you're done doing that, we come in and we take the fusion core.
That's a great idea. You are a bright boy, Wally.
Thanks.
Right.
Why did you wink?
Let's go. I have something in my eye.
That makes sense. It's dirty out here.
All right. Yeah.
You start heading up to the lighthouse, I assume.
Mhm.
As you get closer, you notice that the lighthouse itself is surrounded by like shoddy wooden fence with barbed wire running across the top of it. And you also notice 2 spotlights that seem to be sweeping the area.
I think we got company. Hope they're
Seems
friendless.
Oddly defensible.
Yeah. Especially for a lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Do I remember if I've been here like before and seen the like defense structures?
You don't remember being here before, but if you look at the fence structures, they do look like they've been here for a while. They look weathered and worn.
Well, seems whoever built this didn't do it yesterday, so.
And do we see anyone in any windows or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll have a peek through my scope as well.
Yep. There's a few windows around the lighthouse you don't really see. The door to the lighthouse you can't make out from this vantage point. But you can see atop the lighthouse and you don't see anyone up there.
Guys, what if I shoot the lights out?
Then they're definitely gonna know we're here.
But then they can't see us. And you have robot eyes. And I don't know what kind of eyes you have, but...
Ghoul eyes.
And you have ghoul eyes, which gives us the advantage. Right?
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay. And he pulls out his pistol.
I just gotta put my hand like, nah. I was joking, Walter.
They also might have robot or ghoul eyes. Remember,
yeah.
Well, why would they need lights if they have robot and ghoul eyes?
Because they might have people who doesn't have robot or ghoul lights that also want to see.
Oh.
Well, what's your plan, Roy?
My
was
plan
a good plan,
is that
Wally.
Thanks.
It was a good plan. And up until the step that he was going to start shooting stuff, excellent plan. I would say we'll walk up to it, try to scope it up, talk some to him, see if we can get close enough to it. Bit of a gamble, but might work so we can get to see how many there are in there at least, what we're dealing with. Don't really fancy starting shooting before we know anything.
All right, so your plan is that we collect some intel first, and then we make a plan.
See, I told you I liked you, Miss Stanley, was it? It's really nice, really nice. You get the plan. It's nice.
Is there a way to get to the fence? Like, is there like a static way that the spotlights go that we could maneuver our way around?
You can give me a sneak check. And you need 2 successes because there's 2 spotlights.
Well, we're gonna try to sneak. Sneaky snake.
No.
Go sneaky snake.
Are we all moving up there?
It's up to you.
If you want to. I mean, we two are, because we need to know. We need to know something.
Killing it. Are you sure you don't want me to shoot the light out?
So no one passed, but Roy had a complication. So as Roy's heading up there, one of the spotlights fixates on him and starts an alarm.
Oh, Conky.
See, that sounds bad.
Shoot it, Wally,
does
shoot
sound
it.
bad.
As soon as Blake says that, he points it at and fires at one of the one that's pointing at Roy.
All right. Are you trying to hit the light itself?
Nailed it. I'm gonna spend a luck.
He shoots Roy in the back of the head.
That'll teach you, Roy. Oh golly, gee willikers. Yeah, he is gonna. I'm gonna re-roll that. Fuck.
Please do. Please don't hit Roy.
Oh, that was good. That was good. It would be just a straight D20, right?
Yep.
Roll. Okay, so it's not a critical failure.
So Walter pulls out his pistol and fires at the light. It misses wildly and just ricochets off the side of the lighthouse.
Take that!
Maybe you better give me that ammunition, Wally.
Okay.
Great shot, Wally.
I think since we've already started shooting, Roy would just take his rifle, aim, and start picking out the lights.
Okay.
Can I do something as the alarm started going off?
Mm-hmm.
So like before, as Walter's before, like they kind of take their shot. As soon as the alarm starts going off, Flip just like goes forward like really fast, and then with the their what do you call it, the buzzsaw, like it's gonna cut right through the barbed wire. Like
Okay. As you do that, the second spotlight locks onto you. Just so that you know.
So I have one success for shooting the spotlight that is on me that Walter
Yeah.
tried to hit earlier.
Yeah. So you pull up your rifle. You just aim straight for the light, and it's just a large light bulb. So it's just glass, and you just shatter that glass, and you just hear the power down. But the second spotlight is fixed on Flip as she starts to cut through the fence.
Henley will aim at that one and shoot.
Yep.
Zero success.
You're doing great.
Okay. Flip, as you're cutting through the fence line, you cut through the barbed wire. Are you cutting through the actual boards below it as well?
how tall is it? How tall is this fence?
It's about 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay. Unless, can I knock it with my robot body and break it?
Yeah, you can give me an unarmed attack.
I moved all my points out of unarmed attack. Okay. Yeah, so I'm cutting through the barbed wire so they can get through easily, and then I'm just gonna try and knock down this ramshot fence. Oh no.
Yeah,
I'll
solidly smack into the fence.
I'll spend a luck point to re-roll. 3. One of these dice. I don't know if that succeeds or not.
No, your target was 7.
Target
Oh, 7.
yeah.
I see.
Question, Norm. I have a tool. I am a tool. I have a tool that reduces the difficulty by 1. Does that just mean it increases my target number to like +1?
Reduces the difficulty by 1. I guess that increases your target by 1 then.
Okay, because it says
no, reduces the difficulty. So if you need 2 successes, it becomes you only need 1 success.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I have a multi-tool that reduces the difficulty of repair tests by 1. Can I attempt to? Because this is like a man-made fence, right? This is not like a.
And one thing to remember, you can reduce the difficulty
boards
to 0.
just hammered against each other and posts at various intervals. So yeah, it's not anything.
And
Oh, that's true. It does say reduce the difficulty of repair tests by 1, minimum of 0.
So if Norm allows it, you can reduce down to 0.
So I have tools. I have a multi-tool. Can I just take the fence apart? Like, can I pull a pin out that like makes the fence, like a portion of the fence fall down?
Yeah, give me a repair check.
Okay. My repair test is reduced by 1, so
it's a difficulty of 1, so it's against a 0. But
okay.
Yes,
so
you can choose not to roll and take it, but then we don't get action points if you succeed because
I'm gonna
extra
roll.
successes.
I'm gonna roll.
Go for it.
I nailed it.
Yes. Action
so
points to us.
you gain an action point, and you identify a weak point in the fence line. You jab your tool into the bolt that's not being held on by a nut, and just push it through, and the fence.
Flip, watch this. And the fence just collapses inward.
And then you hear the telltale signs of turrets and start to whir up.
Uh-oh.
Oh
and
no!
We're just going into initiative now.
I hate that sound. Roy, it's that sound again.
Oh, Croinky.
So, Roy, you top the initiative.
Yeah, I do. Reload next light. Popply pop.
Yep. You take out the second light.
So do double critical success.
Wow.
Wow, holy crap.
Yeah, I know all your initiatives. That's fine.
Apparently, initiative is a static
Like
number.
you said, there's initiative, but
is.
there's initiative on there. It's like, why do they even put that on there? If you're not gonna roll
Man,
So
it?
you know what it
double
is.
ones. So yeah,
Um,
that light
double
is
ones. All right.
smoked.
So I will allow you to, with 4 successes, unless you want to do anything special, I will allow you to shoot the spotlight and reload and shoot one of the turrets. Unless you want to do something special.
No, my idea was just to look really cool in front of Walter, to you rub it in his face, but I'd rather pick the turret out.
I mean, that looks pretty cool too.
Does look pretty cool.
Yeah, so I get another shot at the turret.
Yes, take another shot at the turret.
I will happily do so. 3 successes.
Oh,
Nice.
very good.
Okay.
I kind
so-
of expect this character to do one thing. I'm a one-trick pony, but I do that one trick really well.
So yeah, you take out the spotlight. You quickly adjust your aim to take out the to aim at the second turret. You do enough damage that the bullet from your rifle travels down the chamber of the turret, and you just see from within the turret explode.
So, Walter, that's shooting.
So next up, we have Flip.
I thought
Can
I
we
did
still
that.
hear the whirring of the turret?
There's 1 turret remaining.
Well,
Run, take cover, Wally, run.
I'm behind
Okay.
this 10-foot fence, so in theory.
Well, not anymore. I just dropped it to the ground.
Oh yeah, you knocked the fence down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
You're
and
in front of
You
nothing.
were there trying to barge through it, and then he
Yeah.
just popped it down, and you're just standing there exposed in this gap in the
yeah,
fence.
so when he knocks the fence, he's like, "Yay, I did it!" And then I'm gonna zoom forward to try and get to the door, hopefully out of line of sight from the turret.
All right, you're just moving towards the door. Yeah, you will need to use both your minor and major action to get there.
Sure.
And you do realize that you will be in line of fire of the turret if it chooses to shoot at you.
Okay. Is there cover I could take on the
If you move to the side of the door opposite the turret, near the one that just got exploded,
Cool.
you will be in cover.
Okay. I will do that. And I make zoom sounds.
So next we have Tenley.
Henley has the same idea, that is to get under cover.
Yep. Where are you going for cover? This side is staying on the outside of the fence, or are you racing in to take cover behind?
To take cover behind, yeah.
Yeah. So you and Flip have both gone around the other side of the lighthouse to take cover there. And then the turret opens up.
Wally.
And it'll go for Roy.
I mean, I just picked out 2 lights and a turret in like a second, so I get
Okay,
that.
it
Roy.
just opens fire on Roy and hits him for 5 points of damage.
Ooh.
I do think I actually do get some stuff. I don't know how this works, but I do have on my torso leather armor, and that gives me like resistance and stuff. A leather armor, just
It gives you
piece.
physical damage
Physical.
resistance by 1. So you reduce
Yes.
that down to 4.
Right. And so boop,
Oh.
2, 3, 4 damage then. So yeah, you will probably hear like from
And-
somewhere in the more dark parts.
And then you hear and then it's Walter's turn.
Cool. I'm going to. Do I see a door to the lighthouse?
Yes. Flip and Tenley just ran just past it to the other side of the door so that the edge of the door is in between them and the last turret.
Great. I'm going to make sure that my Pip-Boy flashlight is turned off. And I'm going to sneak to the door.
Give me a sneak roll.
Cool. I'm going to do
Sneak.
that. I'm going to re-roll one of those. I'm going to spend... What action points do again?
Action points allow you to re-roll a dice as well.
Great. I'm going to spend one of the action points, the one I just got. So... Huh? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a success.
So where are you sneaking to?
If I can get in the door, I'm going in the door.
Yep. Yeah, you scurry like an innocuous little rodent that is basically harmless and not a threat to anyone.
Correct.
Straight up to the front door, and it is locked.
Oh.
Crafty bastards.
Door's locked.
Yeah.
The door's locked.
Hell here.
My plan ended here.
I don't have bobby pins. I can't pick the door.
Yeah, when it's my turn, I'm going to lockpick the door.
So that takes us to the top of the initiative again, and it is back with Roy.
What is the layout? Is there any way that I can make it up to the door as well, or do I need to do like a lot to get there?
No, you can run to where Flip and Tenley are.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give up on the turret. I don't know if it will be worth it because I don't really want to get shot again because that hurt a lot, even though I do have armor. And so I'm gonna try to get up there, and I'm also going to try to pick the lock because it seems like the door is the center point right now.
Any attempt to pick the lock will expose at least a couple of body parts to the turret.
Yeah, you know what? That's fine because we might make it inside the door. And I think like I also want to use an action point because I really want us to get through this door and don't get like
you can use an action point to change a minor action into a major action so that you can do your move to the door and then try to pick the lock.
Yeah. You know what? I do that. No extra die. We will just roll and hope. One success.
You pick that lock.
Sweet.
Yeah. So then I have one major action left.
No, one major action was used to move up to the door, and
right.
Because
okay,
it was
and then
beyond
the second
minor
one was
action
to pick.
get there. Yeah.
I see. Okay. I don't think the only other thing I can do with my minor action is to aim. So I guess I'll just take up aim against the turret, but I can't shoot, so I just gonna aim.
Yeah. Okay. Then it is Flip's turn. The door is now open to the lighthouse.
Okay.
Get in.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door and go inside. Or at least open the door and look inside.
You go in the door, you look inside, and you see a Mr. Gutsy coming down the circular stairs on the outer part of the inside of the lighthouse coming down, saying, Cease your actions now.
Hi, friend. We're wondering if you could help us. She comes in.
No, you must leave. Get out.
Why? We're friends.
You're on private property. This is property of Vault-Tec.
Vault-Tec?
You must leave immediately unless you have business here.
We do have business here. We're looking for a fusion core.
I only have one, and I'm using it.
What would it take for me to get it?
I need it. I need power for the lighthouse.
Okay, but I'm sure we could work something out here. I don't think that belongs to you.
Tenley, Walter, you can hop into the conversation if you like. The turret is trying to focus on Roy, but Roy's kind of just stepped in the door, I imagine.
Excuse me, why do you need a lighthouse light?
So that people don't crash their ships into the harbour.
Are there ships in the harbor?
No, but that's because the lighthouse keeps them out.
When was the last time you saw a ship in this general direction?
It whirs and says 211 years ago.
Okay, so
Not that long ago.
yeah, that's a lot of time. So it could stand to reason that there are no more ships coming any longer. And also, I'm a member of Vault-Tec, and so is Miss Blake, and we need... That's Miss Blake. And we need the fusion core for Vault-Tec reasons?
Confirm your vault number, please.
Vault number 0Z?
And you see his lights turn red and says, please show proof that you've been allowed out of the vault.
He walks up past everybody and puts his Pip-Boy out.
And it scans, the Mr. Gutsy scans it and says, understood, you have a day pass. You must return within the next 12 hours.
And it's a 6-hour walk back, so can you have the core, please?
No, I need the power. My solar panels were destroyed in a recent storm. We must keep the lighthouse active.
What if could you okay, how about this? What if we take the core and then you come with us back to the vault, and then you won't need solar panels because we'll have power at the vault that can charge you.
Or we can repair your solar panels.
Yeah, the power is required for the lighthouse, not for me.
Oh, then we can repair your solar panels.
Mm-hmm.
If you can provide power, you can have the core back.
I'll start working on repairing the solar panels.
Please do something fast. Turret is aiming.
And while Wally is doing that, and while they have been speaking, Tenley has been looking at Roy. Tenley is trained in medicine. How's this work? Also has a first aid kit.
Just do a medical check, I think.
And then, like, the first aid kit gives a bonus or something. Let me look at that really quick. Heal plus 2 HP upon succeeding. Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
All right. Medicine.
You hear the turret out the front power down.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
You stitch Roy back up, good as he was.
So
There you go. Good as new, Roy.
Nice. Do I regain 2 HP, was it?
So the solar panels are up by the up in the area where the light shines out. The solar panels are around the edge of there. If you want to try to repair them, you get up there and you find that all the glass has been blown out and the solar panels are all damaged.
2 successes and my multi-tool reduces the DC by 1.
Yeah. Yeah. You absolutely. Whatever was wrong with them, they're working better than they were 50 years ago.
You take all the dust and like...
He's a bright boy.
Yeah, just looking. No, Flip uses the rare Australian glass to replace the thing.
The sea glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Mr. Gutsy unit comes up to you and says, I'll need to keep the core until the morning when the power cells will recharge.
Oh, well, we only have 12 hours to get back.
Can't
Hopefully.
can't you charge the power cells with the fusion core and then we take the core and the whatever is charged?
I do not know how.
Walter?
Oh, I can try.
Get a bonus
Can
for
I
the
assist?
many successes you just had.
So I get is this repair or science? What is this?
Science.
Science, so I get a +2 bonus from fuckery. 5 successes.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
How does 5 successes work, Norm?
Yeah. You
Lord,
power.
Critical.
You start charging the internal batteries straight away, and within 2 hours, they'll be fully charged, and the lighthouse will be back to fully operational.
Okay, so here's
And
the
we
deal.
made friends along the way.
I fixed everything in here. It should be better energy saving than it was before. You just need to keep the glass clean, and also everything should be charged. And in the meantime, I actually repaired the lights that were outside that we shot, and the other turret that Roy shot. And because everything was repaired so nicely, in 2 hours we'll take the core, and as a thank you, because that's the right thing to do. Do you want to come back to the vault so you can see where it is, and we can be friends?
I've been to the vault. That's where I got the call.
Oh, you want to come back for old time's sake?
No, my primary and secondary mission require me to stay here.
Oh, but the sun's out in a little while, so you don't need the lighthouse to turn on anymore in the sun.
That's my primary mission. My secondary mission requires that I stay here.
Oh, all right.
Maybe next time before you come and take the core, you can ask.
I sent through a request, but it was not returned.
Did you knock on the door?
That's rude.
I just opened the door.
Oh, well, next time, knock on the door.
I will knock on the door next time.
Thanks.
Next time, answer your emails.
Oh, I'll talk to the overseer.
Well, you'll send an email to the overseer.
I'll send an email to the overseer. Thanks.
Sweet and peachy, just like I like it. And see, you all survived, and we're gonna get paid.
Yeah, and she's gonna turn to Walter. I told you were a badass out in the wasteland, and they hold up their pincher for a high five. Yeah.
I made friends with surfers and a Mr. Gutsy.
And that's where we will wrap it up. Unless you have any more questions for the Mr. Gutsy.
Unless Roy and Flip try to kill us.
Well, that's true.
What?
Nah, Roy
He's
is
wearing
fine.
a fascinator top hat. Does that look like I'm gonna kill you hat?
Yes.
Took a bullet for you.
For me.
Took several bullets for you. Do you think that turret would just have aimed at anyone? No, they aimed at Roy. Poor old Roy, taking the heat.
Poor Roy.
I didn't get a chance to cook us dinner over a fire because that's part of the mercenary package that you guys purchased.
Oh Jesus!
I mean, there's 2 hours that you're sitting there,
just hanging out. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So she
Rad
uses
scorpion.
they use their flamethrower to cook up some rat or whatever.
But yeah, the fixer better come up with some good caps for this bullshit, especially since I got shot.
Well, you made friends.
Hey,
now.
you're all healed up. Stop whining.
Yeah.
True.
That's not how business in the wasteland works. I got shot, so you better fucking pay.
Yeah, it ruined his jacket. He doesn't care about himself.
It's
But there's bullet holes in his
another
jacket
hole.
now.
You see those hole over here? This hole wasn't there before. It's a brand new hole.
If Roy complains about his jacket, Walter reaches into his bag and pulls out a full lab coat and just hands him a brand new crisp white lab coat. It's like folded and pressed.
I just ate me, kid. Thank ya.
I also have a hat.
You can see he has his hat. Everything that Roy's wearing is like old and tattered and like really, really could use an upgrade. But he's not gonna walk around in a white fucking lab coat in the desert.
Oh,
he's
Roy,
a walking target.
Since you didn't kill us, I also have a suit and a hat.
Flip looks
thanks.
at the hat. Flip looks at the hat.
It's like
I'll
a fedora.
I'll just take everything and just put the hat on Flip and be like, well, my gears, and then puts it
You're
away.
like, how do I look?
Those are definitely going to be sold for caps later on.
Flip has 2 hats.
Yeah.
Perfect. That was a very silly, fun one shot. I'm a big fan. The system is pretty cool. Pretty cool system. I like it. One day I'll read the book.
No,
When
you
you do,
won't.
let me know what's in there.
Yeah, you're right. I'll play it until I feel comfortable enough knowing the rules. That's it for our second one-shot this month. Let's go around, do our introduction so we can get the hell out of here and do our after show. And if you want access to this after show and all of the other after shows for the last several years, go join us over on Patreon like these fine folks here. The $5 tier gets you access to all of those after shows. While you're down there, click on that link in the description. Click on that Discord link. Join us in the Discord. Be a part of the community. Be a part of the conversation. But for now, let's outro our wonderful GM. Norm, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
I'm Normal Snow, and you can just find me here on unMadeGaming with the Patreon campaign and the one-shots, and sometimes in the Discord.
Hell freaking yeah. Let's jump up to G. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? What are you up to?
Hello, I'm G, the friendly neighborhood lightning invoker. You can find me everywhere unMadeGaming is found. Modding during the week. I'm in the Patreon campaigns. The Rise, which is the third Saturday, and tomorrow with Melissa for our second session this month of Vasen from Mundus Novus, and the one-shots, and in Atari Twilight Age of Always, which should be next month, May 18th.
That sounds right.
And in the Discord. I have to bring up the calendar on my computer.
Speaking of Melissa, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
Hi all, I'm Melissa. Draftier is my handle if you ever do find me. G said all the things. You can find me in unMadeGaming's Discord, sometimes here in One Shots, Mundus Novus tomorrow, and Atari Twilight Age of Always on, did we decide it was the 18th? On May 18th. And gameswithstories.com is where you will find my fan art, and I just posted a new one this morning. So
hell yeah, go check that out. Amazing, super dope art for a lot of the shows here. So go check that out for sure. And last but not least, our Australian Swede, Iquin. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
Good day, mates. Here is your very friendly, very Australian Swedish friend. I hang out in the Discord as well, where I usually pick up people who wants to play Call of Cthulhu off camera. So if that's your jam, go over there, hang out. I run the games infrequently, but when I run them, and so far people seem to be enjoying it, so I keep running them. I also
Super
run
fun.
the Thank you. I also run the unMadeGaming Mastodon. So if you're tired of Twitter and want to come over to the real platform, hit me up. You can just go, get an account and be part of the Mastodon gang. So you can always do that. And well, I'm in these one-shots, and that's pretty much what I do.
And that's the Mastodon is where the coolest kids hang out. So go check that
Yeah.
out. All right. That is it from all of us. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching these one-shots and participating in the community. This was a super fun time. We will see you next time. So from all of us to you guys, bye.
Bye.